Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, Arpita ma'am. Let us wait for 5 minutes for all the participants to join and then we
Yes,
can
sir.
start. Okay.
Okay, sir.
A very good evening to all the participants. So, here we are today with a wonderful session again about the importance and significance of values education, which are to be integrated with the curricular and co curricular subjects in the CBSE school. Today, we have Mrs. Arpita Pradhan with us, a PGT social teacher from Hyderabad, working for Lyceum, the school, with an experience of 7 years. She holds a master's degree in history, at the same time, a master's degree in philosophy. Now, I would like to welcome Mrs. Arpita Pradhan, today's resource person, as to take up the session for the next 1 hour. The screen is all yours, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir, for your introduction. Good evening, dear teachers. Namaste.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening.
Arpita ma'am, you can start with your introduction. Meanwhile, I'll start sharing the screen.
I'm Arpita Pradhan, social faculty, working in Lyceum School in Mirpet. So, as a social teacher, value education is very close to my heart. So I choose for this webinar value education and its importance and its how can we implement in the schools. So let me say something about why actually what are the present scenario, what we are seeing in the current situation about the children. So before we begin, let me ask you one question, that what truly defines a successful person? So anyone can share their views, or anyone can unmute yourself. What truly defines a successful person? Is it their academic achievements alone, or is there anything, something deeper?
Those who have self-discipline can't be a successful person.
Sorry, ma'am, self-discipline?
The one who has self-discipline obviously can become a successful person.
Only self-discipline, ma'am.
It includes all the values, right?
What are those values?
Yeah, discipline, punctuality, and so far we have lots of listed things actually.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, correct only. Anyone else, please?
They should set their goals, achieve their goals, and they should have positive minded.
Okay, nice, ma'am. Positive. They are also positive minded. Okay, being positive is also one value. Yes, correct. Anyone else? Okay. So let me explain something before going to the main topic. So actually, what we are observing in these days, that every child has a, now only ma'am told that goal. So every child has a dream by his of their own, and every parents have their own expectations from their child, and also the country has also a certain hope from its citizen. But after all, provided all the facilities, however, given the best of facilities, best education, the best of everything, that some unanswerable questions still in our mind, that some even though a number of people getting educated has gone high, but some social labels like murder or hatred, selfishness, also all these also have spread out like wildfire. Okay, so in this condition, what should we do? Actually, what are the causes? What are the causes behind it? All these negative scenario, what we are observing in the present situation, like degrees are available for all, everyone is educated. Okay, but their dignity is reducing day by day. More institutions also, reputed institutions also have produced trained professionals, but we are getting only employees, a very few sincere employees, and many books also written for them, many research also has done, but still humanity is in danger. So why now why we are thinking that why all this should happen in the present scenario? Anyone can share their views why all these things are happening?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we are running back of all the academic excellence, whereas we are forgetting to inculcate the values among the children. That's a major, point. I thought so.
Yes, ma'am, 100% correct. Actually, for this, the only solution is that we should include the value education in our education system. And one answer for all these problems, that for all these questions, there is only one answer, that is the education which is provided should be based on value education. So for that only we need value education. So value education is not a new concept, but it is from the olden period. On olden period, we have observed all these values in our life, in our society. So this is not a new concept, but how in for this present generation, how can we implement all these values? How can we instill all these values among the children? So all these things, I will throw some light about it with my PPT. So I would like to share my slides. So these are the first slide. In this, I have the agenda for this PPT, for agenda for this topic. So first, I have given the introduction. Then what are the objectives of value education, and what are the core human values? So like this, only 14, 15 slides I have prepared to discuss about all these things. So next slides. So this is a introduction slides. Introduction. So the first slide is the introduction about my topic. So in that I have explained about what is value education, and next, why is it important for the children, and how it shapes future citizen. So all these, what is value education? First of all, we should know what is value education. So someone can share their views. What is value education?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, whatever is morally correct is value education.
Morally correct is value. Okay, correct only, ma'am. Anything
Morally
else?
right. Righteous conduct.
Yes, righteous conduct. Yes, ma'am. It is one of the value. Definition. Actually, what should we say? What is value education? So let me share my idea. So value education actually the process of teaching a children moral values. So it is a process of teaching the children the moral values like ethics and good behavior which help them to grow in their future life. So this is value education and which will help them to differentiate between good things and uh, not I should not say that bad thing, but what is correct and what is wrong. They can by if we are instill the values among the children, then they can also they able to know or able to differentiate between the right and which is the wrong things. Okay, ma'am. Then second, why it is important for the children? Why it is important for the children? So it is important for the children because they should learn it from their childhood only. Okay, it provide it instills a sense of responsibility among the children, and they also it helps to create a peaceful environment for the and ethical society. It also helps the children to build a peaceful society and ethical society. The last, then how it saves future citizens. So all these things I will explain in the next slide. Next slide, sir. Objectives of value education. Why we teach? Why we teach the value education? Because first one, it instills moral values among the children. So here only moral values means some core values we have to teach our children. Core values means the basic, all the basic values a children should know, like honesty, truth, peace, helping nature, kindness. So all these are the core values which by educating moral education to the children, they can get all these values. Then foster empathy and respect. This is one objective of the value education. Foster empathy and respect. So here I would like to ask that what do you mean by empathy? What is empathy? What is empathy? Anyone can share their views?
Yes, ma'am. In Punjabi, we can say hamdardi.
Hamdard, yes, ma'am. 100% correct. We should feel others' problem. We should understanding of others' feelings. Yes, that's correct only. It is just and respect. What is respect? Due regards for someone for his achievement, for his good conduct, for his character. So this is called as respect, and this is also one of the objectives of ma'am. This is also one of the objective
Valuing
of the
others or
ma'am. Huh. Yes, ma'am.
can I it is valuing giving value to others like
Yes, ma'am.
Value to, yes, ma'am. Give value to others. Yes. Very good,
If
ma'am.
we discuss about empathy, this is हमदर्दी. जैसे हम किसी से हमदर्दी जताते हैं और
Yes.
रिस्पेक्ट व्यू ऑफ जैसे हम आदर करते हैं बड़ों का, जैसे आदर हो गया, हमारे गुरुजन का हो गया, टीचर्स का हो गया, जो हमें सिखा रहे हैं उनकी रिस्पेक्ट करना.
Yes, ma'am.
हमदर्दी हम
Correct,
किसी
ma'am.
से छोटे हैं जो उनसे हमदर्दी करना, किसी की मदद कर देना, किसी को कुछ देना जो उनको चाहिए, दैट इज
Yes,
कॉल्ड
ma'am.
एम्पैथी.
Yes, correct only, ma'am. Empathy, that only we should not give any solution to their problems. Just only we have to understand what is what they are feeling that time, what is their feeling, how they react to the situation. So we should not give any solution to their problems, but we have to understand their problem. So for that only we can take one example, like suppose this one child, suppose one child is walking with her mother on the road. So at that time he saw one girl who is selling some flowers on the roadside. So at that time, suppose at that time her mother will say, two mothers, I am speaking about two parents, okay. So one parent says to that child that, see, if you are not reading properly, then you can be someone in someday you will be like her, you can't do anything. But another parent, another mother, what she will say that, see those children, how they are doing. They don't have any house, they don't have any family, and they have to doing all these flower selling to earn a living, to earn some income. But one day you will be such a person, then only you can remove all these problems of the child in future. So this is a two situation I am giving here. One is sympathy, another is empathy. So sympathy means, suppose we are giving some we are taking her flower, purchase her flower and giving some money to her. So this is called as sympathy. And opposite, when we are thinking about, we understand the condition of that child and motivate the child that one day you will be such a person, then only you can remove all these problems from the society, what is the child is facing now. So this is called empathy. Okay, ma'am, I'm clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Empathy means being in others' shoe and understanding them.
Yes, ma'am, yes, others feelings, we should understand others feelings.
Yes.
Then next, promote responsible citizenship. Promote responsible citizenship here. By getting the moral values also, we can make the children responsible. They one day they will be accountable for their works, and also as a social animal, though we are living in the society, so we have to, everything we are getting from the society only, without society we can't live. So for that only we have to give something to the society as a citizen, or as a person, or as a social being. We have to give something to the society in our life. So this is promote responsible citizenship. For that also, one nice example is there, ma'am. Have you ever you have might watched that movie Super 30? Anyone have watched that movie Super 30, in which Anand sir is there?
Yes.
So in that movie, actually, something, one of his student, actually he has given he had given education to that child without free of cost, with free of cost. So everything he has given to that child free, means he provided coaching free, lodging free, food also free. He was a very poor child. So afterwards, when he got the IIT, ma'am, so after getting the IIT, he has shown his sincerity, his gratitude to Anand sir. He has written one letter, and that letter also NDTV published that letter in the newspaper. That letter I am reading, just I am reading 3-4 lines. Dear Anand sir, thank you. My life will be different because of you. My father is a poor farmer in Jharkhand's Hazaribagh area. My father goes to Kolkata to work as a laborer. You provided coaching, lodging, and food for a year to prepare me for IIT. So I will build a hospital and school in my village. So I am lucky to have you. Sir, I owe everything to you. So how this letter is, ma'am? How you feel that by listening this story? how responsible that child, and how he is showing his gratitude to his teacher who has helped a lot to establish that child, to shape his future. So also he also understand, he also realized that I have to do something like Anand sir, that this is also my one of my responsibility, because he was so much influenced by Anand sir, and also he also he also wants to do something for his village. So that's why he also wished to build one hospital in his village. So what it is showing, ma'am? So promote responsible citizenship. So by instilling all these things, by observing all these things, or by getting the morals, actually we should not teach the children as a we should not teach the moral value education to the children. First we have to exhibit the values in front of the children or in front of the student, then only they can follow in their day-to-day life. And last, encourage holistic development. This is the
Ma'am, it's a sort of Guru Dakshina. Guru Dakshina.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. This is a sort of Guru Dakshina. Yes. So last one, encouraging holistic development. It's very important because NEP 2020 has emphasized more on this holistic development of a child. What is holistic development? Ma'am, I am asking frequently questions because I am also a learner. So I want to learn something from you, your ideas, your views. Then only I can apply in my work, in my workplace. So what is holistic development?
Holistic development is overall development in every aspect.
In every aspect.
Multiple dimensions, all the dimensions.
Yes, ma'am. Mental, physical,
emotional, social.
Not only it is not only limited to the intellectual abilities. So everything. It depends on all round development of a child. So this is only this with this value education we can also participate, or we can contribute for the holistic development of the child. Next slide, sir. So these are the core human values. All of us know about that. These are the core values. This must be learned by the children. Honesty, respect, responsibility, empathy, kindness. So all these, almost we know about all these things. Honesty, being truthful in words and action. Honesty and respect, already we have discussed about that. Valuing others' opinions, rights, and also we respect to ourselves. Then responsibility, also with that story also we have discussed responsibility. And empathy also we have discussed. And we can also lastly I will discuss, ma'am. Then last one is the kindness, helping and caring for others. This should be learned by the children. Then next lesson, next. So these are the how for better understanding for the children. I have included some pictures. Then only they can better understand by seeing all these. Understanding of the human core values. Next, this is respect. So respect for learning, respect yourself, respect property, and respect others. So for better understanding, I have kept all these pictures. These are the responsibility. So how the children is taking care of their responsibility. They have to prepare their study by their own. Sometimes they should seek the help of their parents or the teachers. Next, sir. This is empathy. So for better understanding, I have kept this small thoughts like what is empathy. So empathy is the capacity of feel other people's feelings. Empathy helps us to understand and support each other better. So all this, so empathy is a superpower. So by empathy only we can create a better world, a loving world, peaceful world. This is about kindness. So we should kind to both human being, to plants, trees, animals. So this is next slide is about the importance of value education. So these are the some importance of value education I have kept. Building strong characters, help students make ethical choice. Actually, when we have discussed, I have discussed about the core values. So not only the core values. Values means in generally we mean that values means we have to some ideal principles. Actually something in our mind that values only means to some ideal principles, but according to NEP 2020 it has also set some universal values. Except those core values, some universal values he has emphasized on some 5 core values, sorry, universal values. So those universal values are truth, non-violence, peaceful, and love, and good conduct. So these are all the universal values instead of those core values. So in our mindset is that only we have to give the ideals to the children through the values, but that's wrong. Only this is only one side of the moral value education, because we have to prepare the students. Not only we should make them as decent or behave properly or become one ideal person, not like that. This is only the one part of value education. In another part we have to prepare them for their future. So there are other certain values which will help them to challenge face the challenges what they are facing in their life, in the latter part of their life. So all these are the universal values, all must we have to teach the students. And these are the importance of value education. Building strong characters. So by teaching all these values like except those honesty, truthfulness, there are certain other things like being positive, anxiety, and many other values also, which will prepare the child for their future to face other challenges in their life. Then enhance decision making skills. It also values, also moral values, these also enhance the child to making decisions. How? Because after getting if he knows about the values, ethics of their life, then they can do something. They can think before doing anything. When they are if they are decided to do anything, before that only they should think about the consequences of their act. So this is enhanced decision making skill. So teaches children to think about the consequences before action. Next, promote social harmony. It also promotes social harmony, means in the society it reduces the bullying and conflicts among the children, among the people. And also in schools also it promote among the children how they behave towards their peer groups, how they behave towards their teachers. And last, encourage ethical leadership. So by getting all these values, already with the values They know about what is right, what is wrong. So after that, they also prepare their own ethics. Ethics means they are going to according to their rules, according to the rules of the society, and it prepares them future leaders with integrity. So here one word is there, integrity. So what is integrity, ma'am? One question I would like to ask. Suppose for the next generation, we should have to teach one value. One value. Which one we have to teach?
Integrity actually means doing something right, but it is not like we see that someone else is seeing us, only then we are doing right. It's not like that. Doing the right thing even when nobody is seeing.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
if you
Definitely.
do
And
something, only then you do the right. It is not integrity. You should do the right, whether it's someone is observing you or not, but then you still should do the right thing. That is what
correct,
is.
ma'am. Correct, ma'am.
Yeah,
So
ma'am, I
integrity
think
means
even we
yes,
can
ma'am.
also say being authentic, same as like that only, because even see somebody sees or not, also you have to be true to yourself.
Yes, ma'am. So we have to do our work without any. We should not wait for others that they should make correction or watch whether we are doing the right things or wrong things. So this is integrity. So we should go with which value, ma'am? If we have to teach one value, only one value to the student or to the children, then which value we should teach? What do you think about it?
I think
Only one
integrity.
thing, integrity. Because this is the combination of all the values. Next slide. Sir. So the next slide is about the role of schools in value education. Actually, a children is spending more than 14 years in school of their entire life. So in that, the role of the schools is very important for imparting or instill the values among the children. So what should we do for that? How can we instill the values among the children or the schools? What is the role? Already I have displayed the screen. So first one, curriculum integration. So we have to we have some moral lessons, not a separate book we should use, but all these values we can give in the curriculum, like through a poem or through a story. Okay, so one best example for that, suppose we have to teach empathy to the children. So one chapter is there in 9th class, I think, in NCERT books, exemplary leader. It's about APJ Abdul Kalam. So how many of you knows that story? Oh, okay.
The
So in
famous
that
story wherein Abdul Kalam allows one of his subordinate to go for an outing along with his. I mean, Abdul Kalam takes the children of his subordinate to a movie or what
exhibition.
this thing, if I'm not wrong, a carnival or
Yes,
something.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct only. So actually, he feels Abdul Kalam was actually very dedicated towards his work, and those who are working under also, they are also so much dedicated. So he knows about that. So after that also, yeah, he also understood. APJ Abdul Kalam also understood the situation, the condition of his employer, who are colleague, who is working under him, who was working under him, and he wanted to take her children to an exhibition, but due to lots of time, due to lack of time, he has he was unable to take. But Abdul Kalam, he understood the situation, and also he tried to inform to go to their home, but he was so deeply doing his work. For that, he was not disturbing his colleague, and he himself had taken his children to the exhibition. Okay, so in the, by providing all these lessons, some lessons which is related to some qualities, some values, we can integrate or we can instill in the chapters. Then role modeling by the teachers. Teachers also should exhibit the values. Then only teacher students also can observe the qualities of the teacher, the behavior of the teacher, and also try to follow in their day-to-day life. Then value-based activities, we can also in schools also we can conduct value-based activities, like some discussions we are taking, we can do in the assembly or in the classrooms. Story also we can say, which is giving some moral values. And projects also we are giving to the children, they can also do with great interest. Then last, school culture and environment. It should be respectful. We should create one respectful condition or environment for and caring school climate. A child who is getting love, he can spread love also. Then next, this is the sir. Next slide, sir. Next, sir. So these are the diagrams only. Ways to inculcate values. So the most and most important part here, roles of the parents in the value education. So roles of the parents in the value education. So how can what is the role? Not only the teacher, because their children also influenced by their parents. So for imparting value education to the children or moral values, the role of the parents also matters more. So what they should do? Leading by example, because children are always following the behavior, imitate their parents' behavior. What they are doing, we should not say that the children we can teach the children. No, this is wrong only. But children, they, by their own only, by observing, they can learn many things from their parents. And open communication, discuss the ethical issues and dilemmas. What are the situations, or what is wrong, what is right, all these things openly we can discuss with our children. And dilemmas, in sometimes the children also, they are not able to take the decisions, they can't make the choice. That time also we should be open with the children and discuss. The next, encouraging good behavior. So we should encourage. So if sometimes the child is doing some good works, whether it is small or big, but we have to encourage, we have to praise them, appreciate their work, and rewarding positive actions and guiding correction. Also, if they are wrong, we can correct them, and also we appreciate their works. Reinforce positive values at home. Sometimes we have, in home there are every family, they have their own rules and regulations. So when we are in our childhood, at the evening, suppose in the morning, at which time we have to wake up, when we have to take all these day-to-day works. So all these rules we have to follow. Study time, there is a regular study time. At this time only we have to sit. And there is one time for to pray God. This time also we have to sit. So all these, every family, they should set certain rules and regulations for the child, which will shape their life. So these are the pictures about how we instill the values among the children, and how the parents are the role model for their child. So this is this picture is about that good values. So every time the parents should be with the children, should behind the children to motivate and encourage them. So how can we teach the values in the school? As a teacher, how can we teach the values? Except those ideas, any other ideas?
Lead by examples. There's nothing to teach actually. Students learn by themselves by observing. So we have to exhibit those values in our day-to-day life in front of the students, so students get inspired and they also do the same.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, we should understand the values. We should understand the values and exhibit in front of the children. And another thing already I have displayed: storytelling, role playing, group discussion, and service learning. So involve last one, service learning, involving children to communicate service projects. So service learning means suppose community service, we have to engage in the community service program. In our school also we are sir also conducting many community programs to like cleaning, go green, go clean projects also we are undertaking. And
visiting NGOs or orphanages, old age homes also can help them understand how to take care of old people or orphans.
That's good. Actually, in our school also, students are visiting some schools. In some schools, children are also visiting directly to the field, like visiting orphanage, ma'am. Now only you have told. So they should also learn how they are staying. What is their means empathy. This quality developed among the children, and also sometimes. Sometimes we are also engaging the community parents also, some like yoga programs. We also engage the parents in the school to do certain welfare activities, suppose for the children, like a yoga session. Also we are involving the parents in the schools. And any other thing, how can we teach? So according to NEP, now we are also integrating the values across the subjects. Those are the interdisciplinary or we can integrate in every subject, because it is time taking to take all the separately. We have suppose role play or anything else related to value education. So it is time taking. So for that only we integrate the values directly with the subjects, like language. In language, reading moral stories, writing essays on ethics, and in history, learning from the great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, like some small stories, very inspiring stories about them. So we should convey to the children, or the children should, by role playing, they should perform all these. And in science also, we can integrate like a responsibility towards the environment and society. Like now only I told that the Go Green, Go Clean campaign, they should aware about their environment, and also taking care how we save our environment, because this is the main issue now we are facing, the problem, the climate change or global warming. So all these things the children should aware about that. So in science we can give them projects to do all these things. And mathematics, teaching honesty in problem solving, not cheating, showing works. This, in that simple thing we can integrate in mathematics. one of my question is that, is it possible to teach all these values, or what are those challenges actually? It is possible to implement all these things in schools? Is it possible, ma'am, to implement all these things? Can we do?
Yeah, we can implement if we plan it properly. If it is planned properly, we can implement to some extent. Like instead of teach them, we adopt a village or some go and serve the people and do it. Like for example, in the school also they can do energy audit. So they learn that we need to save energy. This energy, this much of energy is lost. We are wasting so much of energy.
Yes, ma'am.
All this they can do. So it is possible. But we need to plan it properly for implementation.
Properly. But what are the challenges we are facing to
See,
undertake
challenges.
all these?
Yeah, like for example, we teach many things in the school, but when they go back home, what is the environment at home, we do not know. So that's a challenge. Now people are intolerant. Children are intolerant because it's a nuclear family. Children are alone. Only one child maybe at home. So tolerance level has become very less. That's the biggest challenge that I think we are facing.
And what are other challenges, if any, ma'am?
Yeah, I would like to tell Arpita, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good evening,
The challenges, first of all, in the school could be the lack of time.
Lack of time.
To implement.
Yes,
allotting a certain period for value education and then trying to,
yes, ma'am.
go ahead with a skit or go to orphanages or go to old age homes takes up a lot of resources, time and planning.
Yes,
traveling, it could be quite a distance and then you go there and come back. Certain parents have stigmas regarding this. They
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
like the children to go to places which is not befitting their standard or prestige value. That could be one. Another could be, as Madam, I forgot ma'am's name, is the atmosphere at home. We could implement in the school, but then how are they going to implement in their real life is a big question mark. Will they carry it on in their psyche or in their psychology later in life? We cannot guarantee it. So though we face all these challenges, we should, as an educator or a school or an establishment, we should implement it such that our future generation are quite a better lot.
Yes,
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
I think
Correct,
I have one more point. I think social media also plays a role, and because in social media we get to see, and today nowadays children are, all the children have a phone in their hands. They go through so many things. So though we teach so many, we try to implement values, but then social media is also one source, which actually tries to deviate the children's mind and can lead to some, problematic situation. Parents have to be a bit vigilant over there. So it is both the teachers and parents' responsibility to take care of the children. So inculcating values, in the sense, it should be everyone's responsibility, and social media also has to work on these issues.
Yes, ma'am. So definitely correct. So challenges in implementing the value education, I have given some points. So different cultural values in students and lack of time in curriculum, ma'am. Mary ma'am already told about that.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am. And pressure only, we are focusing on completion of syllabus, ma'am. For that, we are not getting time, and need for teacher training also. this challenge also we should give take proper training how we instill all these values or taking the class of value education. Many more workshops we need
Can I
and
add a point?
solution.
Can I
Ma'am.
add a point? I
Yes,
don't know,
sir, please
maybe
go ahead.
I am giving a very sophisticated point. For every teacher, for every subject teacher, there is a prescribed qualification. But I have never come across the prescribed qualification for a teacher who teaches value education and general knowledge.
Right.
किसी को भी दे देते हैं.
Correct.
It is given to anyone. It is the
Yes.
same from Attak to Cuttack and Kashmir to Kanyakumari. I believe hardly there will be anyone to deny my factual point that I am presenting over here. किसी को भी दे देते हैं. कभी कभी क्लास टीचर्स को भी दे देते हैं, कभी कभी लैंग्वेज टीचर्स को भी दे देते हैं, कभी कभी कोई बिना कुछ काम के बैठे तो उनको भी दे देते हैं. चलो वैल्यू एजुकेशन पढ़ाओ, चलो जीके पढ़ाओ. I don't know the intention behind it. Whether it is that every person has values or it is that it's a subject which need not be concentrated upon. So I would like to bring everyone's, what do we say, like concentration upon to the third point, need for teacher training. So we are training teachers a lot, 50 hours of CBP is mandatory. All those things are, online. But, where is the proper training given to teachers who have to teach value education in school? That's a very important factor. We are thinking about integrating with subject. Arpita has very beautifully quoted about integrating it with activities, games and all. But are all the teachers having the same set of values? Are all the teachers having the deep knowledge about the value? Today we are also speaking about Indianization. Isn't it? Today we are also speaking about Indianization. Okay, there are teachers. How many of you have heard about this book, Katha Sarita Sagara?
Katha Sarita Sagara. Yes.
Katha Sarita Sagara. It's a book which has been in light before, Panchatantra and Vishnu Sharma stories and all. Okay, but hardly people know about Katha Sarita Sagara, which is actually a book which we can, as this name states, it's an ocean of values. Ocean of stories that has got lots of values in it. So we believe first we have to train the teachers in value education so that they can, integrate with each and every concept a basic value that can be given. And this is what I feel. And CBSE should take a call on having a qualification, prescribed qualification for value education teachers as well. Isn't it? Library के लिए BLISC compulsory है. स्पेशल एजुकेशन के लिए स्पेशल बीएड कंपलसरी है. तो वैल्यू एजुकेशन अगर इंटीग्रेट करना है तो वैल्यू एजुकेशन के टीचर का भी क्वालिफिकेशंस बताइए ना. दैट्स व्हाट आई फील. मे बी आई विल बी जज्ड, बट दिस इज व्हाट आई फील. आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू एग्री विद मी.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, I agree, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Hello,
Mary,
sir.
ma'am.
Yeah. But then what could be the qualification?
Yes, I was also wanting to
What
ask
could be the qualification? In what subject should they excel or
They
pursue it?
They should
No, if
excel.
we have to suggest it to CBSE, we should also
Yes,
tell them, we should show them the
exactly.
path as to, as
Exactly.
to
I am
which
very much
subject they
happy
should
that
excel in.
I am very much happy that you have asked this question, ma'am. We
Yeah.
have wonderful literature. Okay. And a person who has to teach value education should have a minimum master's degree in storytelling. There are universities which are providing storytelling as a course. Don't you think the rich, what do we say, the rich aspect or the rich culture of storytelling which India is having will be a great source of value education to our students? ऐसे कितने
Could
घर
be.
हैं आज
Could
जहाँ
be.
पे आज रामायण पढ़ाया जाता है बच्चों से, महाभारत पढ़ाया जाता है. नहीं तो in which families they are making like Bible a compulsory aspect every day in the evening or Quran a compulsory aspect every day evening. Okay, when we were children we have seen Sunday schools also, but this
Correct.
concept of Sunday schools is also becoming very less in those families also which are supposed to go to Sunday schools.
Because
Unfortunately,
now they have to
the
go to foundation
parents,
classes. They have
Exactly.
to go to JE classes, NEET classes,
Exactly.
various other
Exactly.
hobby classes. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I believe that there should be, as we have MA storytelling, we have very good, like we are concentrating upon Nukkad Natak, we are concentrating upon Harikatha and all. These are all different types of cultural heritage, that India has got. So an MA,
Correct.
a master's in that particular subject, storytelling or different types of storytelling methods of India should really work wonderfully for a person who has to teach value education. Yeah, at least the
Okay, sir.
person who has done MA in what do we say, scriptural studies, because scriptures are all about values. Hope I served
Well,
the purpose,
theology,
Mary ma'am.
spiritual. Yes, sir. Correct, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
At present,
Arpita.
it is like Nani Dadi ki stories
Correct.
with
Exactly.
practical aspect of
No,
it.
if we reflect back to those old days, our grandmas used to tell us stories, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. For example, Shivaji, he was inspired by his mother of valor, of
Yeah.
courage. That is why Shivaji is a great warrior, right?
Exactly.
In the same manner, those values should be instilled by the seniors in the house.
We just now we
And
have
then
spoken about Abdul Kalam. Abdul
Hmm.
Kalam is also inspired by his parents. There was no single day wherein Abdul Kalam's mother hasn't served food for an outsider. So Abdul Kalam also has come up with diverse, is coming from a
Values.
diverse background with lots of, what do we say, tolerance towards diversity and all from his parents. There are many such sort of stories of Abdul Kalam ji as well. So this is what it is. However, we need to continue with the rest of
Yeah.
the part.
Over to you, ma'am.
Arpita ma'am, you can continue.
Sir, these are the solutions to overcome the challenges. So all these things already we have discussed, sir. So integrating values in everyday teaching, making moral discussion on a natural part of learning. Suppose we are taking one lesson, in that always we should give something life skill or values for the children learned in the way of project or any story or something else we have to give. Suppose we have taking, sir, gender discrimination is there one topic. So in that we should make the children to feel to appreciate their mother by giving her one thank you card, simple only. So in that way we can integrate, we can instill the values among the children for their mother's work. And teacher and parent collaboration, this is very important, because teacher and parent they work together, and by discussing with the parents only we get to know about the child, whatever is the hiding part for us. Then practice real life applications. So whatever we are real life applications, actually instead of giving some stories or anything else, real life situations, it works well. I think it will work well. Just I have given one about that Anand sir, his student. And also we can give suppose from our day-to-day life some experience also we can share with the children. So all these things, so these are the case studies, success stories, because those schools, some schools are there by following moral education. So most of they saw that they also behave to their elders properly, or elder seniors, to the seniors properly, and also bullying to others, it is also reducing. And student led initiative to help the community through social work. So this only going to the orphanage or social work, like to clean the surroundings and making awareness among the people to make keep clean their surroundings, and how a school integrated values into daily teachings with positive result. So all these things. And lastly, conclusion is there. With the proper balance in mainstream, we have to instill the values. Actually, it's very difficult task to instill the values among the children. So first of all, we should understand the values. Then only we can exhibit properly in front of the children. So question hour session, sir, anything I would like to invite.
Yeah, so we would like to call upon the participants who are having queries with regard to the concerned webinar which we have had till now. Soon, if anyone wishes to ask a question, you are welcome to ask the question. No one? There is no query from anyone's end?
No, sir.
One query I have.
Yes, Suchitra ma'am.
Yes, like nowadays, if you speak more about values and other things, children don't accept it actually. There's a lot of so how to implement, I mean, how to inculcate, what's the in a subject or whatever, how to make it interesting so that children accept the values.
Wonderful question, ma'am.
अगर ज़्यादा
Wonderful question.
yes.
Yeah. So there are many children who don't like taking milk in the morning. तो हम क्या करते हैं उसमें बूस्ट या बोर्नविटा मिक्स करके देते हैं, isn't it? So we have to also give value education through what do we say, things which the students like. For example, how you might have played this game Snake and Ladder, isn't it? तो स्नेक एंड लैडर, आजकल स्नेक एंड लैडर की गेम दिखाई नहीं देती है किसी भी घर में. There is no one, I believe, are playing this game with their children. Nahi to those were the days when every evening children used to sit with their parents or someone elder in the family, and they used to play Snake and Ladder, Indian Ludo, such sort of games and all. Okay, many games which are of Indian origin, they have one or the other value, okay, to teach, isn't it? If we take the game of Snake and Ladder, okay, what is the value if we deeply think about it? A person,
There are ups and downs.
There are ups and downs in life, but we should always strive hard to reach our goal, isn't it? Apart from that, there can be one more goal that there can be one more value which we can teach. You might reach to success points in your life, or you might reach to the places where you want to reach in your life, but you should not become arrogant, okay, because you don't know when you have to get down the ladder again.
Correct.
It happens with human beings,
very
isn't
true.
it? Yes,
Very
this
true,
is
very
also one value which we can teach through the game of Snake and Ladder. This is what I found that we can integrate with. Now we can also
Snake may bite anytime.
yes, we can also take chess. Chess is a game wherein actually it is teaching us the idea of war, isn't it? Chess में क्या होता है? War ही होता है, जंग है वो, isn't it? लेकिन there are rules and regulations. There are rules and regulations. So even if you are what do we say, like confronting your enemy, or even if you're trying to prove yourself to people in your life, you have to follow certain ethics and you have to follow certain rules and regulations as to confront them, isn't it? This is what we can teach through what do we say, chess. Coming to Indian Ludo, patience. बहुत टाइम लगता है. ऐसा होता है कि you start it around the time of dinner and you don't know when it is 4 o'clock in the morning. If you want to reach the heights that you want, you have to have patience. You have to have a sort of what do we say, integrity. You have to have a sort of many things. If we take each and every game of Indian origin, there is some or the other thing to teach.
Involvement and interest.
Exactly, involvement and interest also. That's how it is. So I believe I have answered the question, Suchitra ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
I
Anyone
love
else?
the answer was given, so it was really excellently given. I loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is all about today's session, and we would like to invite the participants to come forward and immediately give feedback to the resource person so that that would be useful for her in the upcoming sessions which she has planned for.
Sir, one thing I would like to say here, lastly, actually every individual's goal or there is one goal in universal goal that was everyone wants to get, that is happiness. Okay, sir. So when we are our elders, when they are giving a blessing to us, what they are saying? Sukhi Bhava. Sukhi Bhava. Or when we are sending any messages to someone else at the time of any festival, so we are giving that happiness and prosperity. Wish you all the happiness and prosperity. So for that only giving the values, actually we are only responsible for that. We have to make a clarity between happiness and that prosperity. So then only children can get to know what is right and wrong. Actually, happiness, actually we want happiness. Samruddhi is secondary, sir. But happiness means it's our goal of our life. Means it is qualitative. So it is आजकल के बच्चे जो they are searching the happiness from saman, means from the things. They are not understand actually what is happiness is. So it's our responsibilities to teach them actually what is the real happiness.
Great. Okay, ma'am. Wonderful. Wonderfully concluded.
They are after materialistic life.
Means they are searching the happiness from saman, not samman. Samman se nahi, saman se. Saman. Those who have more things to show. So in that only they are searching their happiness, which is not real, which is not pure.
Great, great, ma'am. So that's all for today, participants. May I request Parvati ma'am to immediately give a small feedback to the resource person, please.
Yeah, Arpita ma'am, it was really wonderful. We were just waiting for your session, and I wanted to see how your session goes. And values is very important in today's life. Actually, today's generation is going. We have discussed about all this, but then the way you have, elaborated on each and every point, on each and every value, it was really, wonderful. I really loved it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
I
you.
wish you all the best for the session also.
Moreover, the examples given by sir.
Yeah.
Commendable.
Thank you, Punita ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Really.
yeah, thank you so much. And we would like to extend our appreciations to Mrs. Arpita Pradhan for a wonderful session, especially upon the values which are needed for the current generation that she has articulated very well. Lots and lots of appreciations, Mrs. Arpita Pradhan. And we wish you come up with more such interesting topics which are the need of our today. And thank you, dear participants, for being throughout the session and making it a wonderful session as well as a successful session. And there are principals and vice principals also in this conclave today. We are also very much thankful to them as well for joining this session. We believe we will be having you throughout this month for the upcoming sessions also. Now, for the people who wish to grab a certificate for this particular session, as you all know, and we have been doing, you need to send 50 rupees to the following number, 9908925730. So this is the number. You have to send rupees 50 to this particular number through GPay, PhonePe or Paytm. Along with the screenshot of the payment, kindly send the complete name as you want on the certificate, because it will be difficult for our IT person if you are not sending the name along with the screenshot. So once you send the screenshot along with your name, within 24 hours, the IT person will be generating the certificate and he shall be forwarding to you people through me only. So once again, I would like to repeat the number 9908925730. This is the number wherein you have to send money for the certificate. So that's all for today, participants. Let us all meet in the upcoming session. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.